Good morning, folks. I'm Tassinix, and apparently I need to reset my webcam. Just a second. Curses. Please hold. Okay, yes. Hit the let's see, where's the disable button? Deactivate, activate. Haha! Good morning, folks. I'm Tassinix. Welcome to the brand new season of 5 vs 5 Grand Arena, Season 25. This is Week 1, Round 1, and my opponent this week is NorthernBorder, the princess of Rise of the Fallen. So, Northern's a fan of the stream. He's often up in the chats, and he was gracious enough to be with us this morning. Good morning to you, Northern. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Well, let's do the do. We've got a lot to cover here because you've already done your attacks. So let's get the hotbot comparison up on screen and do the needful. All right. So opponent, I have a little bit of an edge of GP on him, right? 2.7 to 2.6 in the top 80. I got a handful more Zetas here, 194 to 179. My top 80 is on average 1 speed faster than his, so practically no advantage at all. Let's dip down into the mods. All right, so this is where I have a little bit of weight here going in my favor. So I've got, not quite double his 6 dots. He's got me beat on plus 25s, 56 to my 43. That is brutal, dude. Nicely done. But for everything else, 20 to 24s on down, I've got some manner of advantage. Not huge, but some. And we'll hope that matters, right? But lots of green on my side of the screen. I'm into it. By the way, let me move the chat over so I can be sure that you guys can hear me and stuff. Hey, Emmett. Hey, TJ. Good to see you guys. Good morning. Sorry I'm a few minutes late starting. I crashed around 3 a.m. Eastern, and I woke up at like 11:15, so 15 minutes to go time. I had to make coffee and everything. So sorry we're a little late getting underway, but no worse for the wear. All right, relics. So I've got more total levels. He's got 5 relic 9s on me. Well, sorry, not on me, but he's got 5 to my 4. I have 37 relic 8s to his 23, so that's a nice edge. I have 77 relic 7s to his 35. So there's some more of that weight. And then when it comes to GLs, wow, that is a huge Lord Vader, right? Now this is very interesting. So it's a bit slower than average at 549. But the protection is unrivaled at 245,000 for him, and 11.7 thousand damage. I mean, that's pretty slick. That's pretty slick. There is an increased argument to be made, at least for GAC, to use an offense set on Lord Vader. Not my idea; it comes from others, but it's a cool idea in that, after the first Lord Vader ultimate, you're already just lethal. And this guy's kind of split the difference. He's not anywhere near 15,000, but he's definitely higher than the average of around 10,000 that you have in your bulk modded Lord Vader. So pretty cool. All right, JMK, mine's a little faster. His is a little more robust. When it comes to Sith Eternal, we're both pretty swole bros. He's got a bit more protection on me to start. I have, the damage is just about equal, and he's got a hell of a lot more speed. Now, is that not impressive? I've got 196,000 health to his 193, but he's got like 32 speed on me, like literally an arrow. So that has to be, is that an incredibly swollen speed arrow you've got? Like, we're just bonkers health primaries, dude? What's up with that?
He's got a really messy speed set with a health arrow. They're pretty janky, but it works for him.
Well, I mean, it does. It does. By the way, let me know if you guys can hear NorthernBorder clearly. Sometimes the audio sounds a little off to me, but I can't tell exactly what you guys hear. So we'll see what happens. No, TJ, my wife did not spike the coffee. This is not Irish coffee. Not Irish coffee. Not that I would be strictly opposed. I'm not driving anywhere anytime soon. All right. So we've got JML's.
I was hopeful that we could have made this a weekend drinking battle. I was hoping to get an edge there.
I know, man. Next time we meet, let's make it for a Friday or a Sunday. Yeah. Yeah, because man, this is martini season for me. I mean, whiskey is my summer fall drink. This is martini time, and I do like them. All right, JML, absolutely staggering health, 152,000, 159,000 protection to boot. That's 2,000 less than my own, with 9 speed and like 20,000 health on me. Very well done. Ray, okay. So this is the real deal Ray, right guys? All right, so bit of a glass cannon for our opponent, 183,000. So that's the trade-off, right? Like, my thing is I don't want to really take my Ray under 200,000 because the size of the protection up that you get. Hey, Mr. Gunny, how's it going? And by the way, Zarko, you know, good, let me think about this. This is good afternoon to you. I know you're out in Europe, so appreciate you watching. You know, this stream's better for you, Zarko. You can actually catch it. It's not starting in the dead of night for you. All right, so with this Ray, though, this is a Relic 9 Ray, right? And he only got 400 damage from taking it to Relic 9, and he's just scooting over the line at 13,000. But what a line to hit. 13,000 unbuffed, you know, just by herself. Monstrous. Jano 99 rating with a party of 4. Hey, thank you so much, man. I don't think I've bumped into you before here in the stream. So, you know, thank you so much. Good morning to you. I'm assuming you're coming here from your own GAC stream. How did it go? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Hey, Wolf, what's going on, man? Morning to you. Okay. All right, so we've got this really strong Ray. So, bit of a glass cannon, but cannot be underestimated. I've got a sweat on that one a bit. Hey, I see you in the chat, Jano. Good morning. Good morning. So let's hear it. How did it go? I'm assuming you just wrapped up. Let's hear the good word. All right, Slacker. He's got 1 more speed on me. Otherwise, a little bit more health, a little bit more protection. And I have 800 more damage, but it's not going to make or break the bank, you know? Pretty well done. And Jano says that he won on his ult, but he's waiting for an attack. Hold on. He's waiting for main to attack. So I read that as you're waiting for your opponent to attack you. Okay. Yeah. I'm too impatient to do tactics like that. I know so many people, so many great players that will clear only some part of their board, wait to see what their opponent does and make their next moves, because once you know where they stand, you would technically have an advantage in how you'd want to go forward. I'm just not trying to, with all the time I spend in this game and all the other areas, actually just sitting around and waiting to actually do the stuff that I can do, that's not for me. Not for me. All right, key characters. I love how they updated this because it actually reflects who's key characters nowadays. So Darth Revan, you know him, you love him. He was here for us all last season, and he's 352. Our opponent's is 343. Cat, mine's 348 to his 361. Roughly equivalent damage, comparable survivability. Maul, so I've got just a little speed on him. He's got more health, more protection. I have more offense. Piet. Yes, I worked on this. So, that is a 355 Piet. I had him much slower last season, like 335, something like that. Boosted it up to 340 towards the end of the season. And damn if I wasn't coming up against more and more 350 plus Darth Revans. So, you know, I kind of clocked him based on the idea that I think the fastest DR I encountered last season was 360, and I can't make that commit for speed to Piet. Not right now. Not at this point. So the second fastest one was 354, and thus Piet is 355. All right, Gideon, 366. We kept him right where he was. Our opponent. Oh yeah. By the way, I forgot to mention our opponent's PF was 359. So I'm sure that he was in a pretty decent position to go after my DR troopers, or sorry, my DR Talon. But we'll get NorthernBorder's take on what he did on my defense when we get into that, because I watched him all during his attacks last night, folks. I've got the banners, I've got the goods, but hopefully Northern will share some insight into how his attacks went. Echo, so 353 Echo to his 350. That will be key to how we go forward. All right, ships. I have a Relic 9 GK on him. Otherwise, we're looking across at each other. And the top 5 speed. So, Slacker at 585, Piet 359. That's excellent. That's monstrous. Darth Vader at 315. Surely that must be a speed set. Surely.
It is.
And JMK 558 and JML at 549. So good choices all around, although that is just an extraordinarily fast Darth Vader. Can you shed some light on that, Northern? To what, for what purpose do you have Vader modded just so unbelievably blazing fast?
It was between Vader or MJ, and I like it on Vader for mom counters because Vader's speed is variable and hers would be fixed.
I can dig that. Oh man, I got all these DMs. All right, guys. Let me flip back into the game here, and we can get back into the meat. Well, that's pretty cool. I appreciate you wanting to have the flexibility. Yeah, I don't know the last time I saw a Vader so fast. I think even back when I had mine rocking a speed set, it was like 280, something like that. All right, guys. So we can see here, Northern managed the full clear, and at 1615 banners, he had his challenges going through it, right? So let's do the post-mortem on my defense, and let me go ahead and summon up the spreadsheet for just this here purpose. All right, we'll start bottom front. We can go over the full defense, though, because our opponent was so gracious to do his attacks. It's been a while. All right, so against Jango lead BAM team, which was actually the last team our opponent took on for this wall, he got 57. Against DR Talon, 59. Against Lord Vader, TIE Fighter Pilot, OG Kylo, Royal, and Storm, 61 banners. And then Maul, Sass, Sidious, Dooku set, 63. Now you might be thinking, what in the hell is that Maul team with B tier Sith doing bottom front? Gonna come clean with you guys. That was a bit of a boo-boo on my part. I was juggling back and forth setting this defense, moving between the walls, and I honestly thought that the team I was gonna place like either my GG team or RJT BB8 R2 Bros down front, and I thought I was placing either of those teams down front. In fact, I placed them at top, and then my top was full, and I'm like, well, crap. That's why Maul's going to go bottom. And there we are. So, do as I say, not as I do. Like, look at your board, please. All right. Hey, Trevor! Best, all the... Yeah, let me see. Still waking up. Let's connect those two wires in the brain. All the best to you. Good morning to you. Bzz, bzz, goes the brain. So what's up, Trevor? Oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if you follow Trevor Boy Gaming. Let's give the young man a shout out. Trevor. Okay, so you guys got to go check out Trevor Boy Gaming. He has an entertaining podcast, as a streamer in his own right. And if you followed Task Talk for the first couple episodes, that's my kind of, work in progress talk show sort of thing with a guest, obviously here from the streamer community. Caleb Revens 52. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you, man. Glad you're enjoying yourself. But anyway, guys, Trevor Boy is going to be this week's guest on Task Talk, so be sure to check that out. Hopefully we'll have a good time. All right, we got to talk about this back wall here. Let me pull up the banners again. All right, guys. So I'm always plotting and scheming about the back wall. We have to catch our opponents off guard. And indeed, Northern was DMing me during his attacks and said, I'm a little worried about what you got back there because he was anticipating 3 Galactic Legends, and because I've done that kind of thing. If you scout me, guys, the thing that I like best about what I offer to my opponents is I offer you very little in the way of a pattern. You'll see a lot of the same teams getting used, but they're getting pushed, pulled. They're getting clustered on some walls, on some fights, or they're getting distributed. It's tough. It's tough to read the pattern. You have any commentary on what you were thinking during these attacks here, Northern?
I thought it would be.
Oh, you cut off. You said I thought it would be, and that was the end of you.
I was expecting 2 GLs in the back.
Okay. Yeah. Good. All right. Well, that's fair. And honestly, you did it surprisingly well against the Qui-Gon. Because what did you use to beat the Qui-Gon? I have to know.
I can divulge that. I have to be careful what I say because you haven't seen the back yet.
Oh, you can't say. Okay, well, yeah, don't. Yeah. I don't want you to give away the farm. All right, let's not pry into our guest's brain too much here before we actually get to stepping. So against JMK, he had to 2-shot that. Obviously, came out with 32 banners. Qui-Gon here, guys. I've been working on this. So this JKA is 305 with Cam on deck and Qui-Gon Jinn lead. He's 365. If you want to bad batch me, come, bring your 366 Echo, or just get blown out. Now you're thinking, what in God's name is Kit Fisto doing there? Kit Fisto's set up with 9,300 offense, and here's something fun, guys. It's easy to jack up his offense, but he's a terribly slow character, but he's 9,300 offense. I think it's 9,337 actually. So that's his unique says he gets 20% extra offense. So we would say times 1.2 there, but he gets another 20% offense because of Cam's Zeta. So it's times 1.4, yes? So that means start of battle, man starting with 13,071 offense. So
I can speak to the Qui-Gon team because the defense wouldn't matter for that.
Okay, yeah, by all means.
It was a fun one. Omicron Dash with young Solo and young Lando. Young Lando keeps Vandor stealth, and he can continuously AOE revives the whole team. It's really fun to use.
Good. By the way, man, you're I don't know if you need to reset your mic or something, but it you got almost like some Roboto stuff going on, man. By the way, Northern Canada Fett in chat, first time chatter. Good to see you, Canada. He says, I heard your opponent just parrots counters he finds online and isn't actually even that good at the game. Care to address that, sir?
That's an officer in my guild.
Just give him the middle finger emoji.
I agree with his statement.
Oh, all right, that's fun. Wow, the Wolf says my frickin' opponent had a 325 JKA. That's monstrous. Here I am thinking, all right, Wolf, was that opponent in a speed set though with JKA? Because I'm very proud of what I achieved on my JKA modding, because he's still in a crit damage, crit chance set. I mean, he's here to give you the business. And then, yes. Okay, good. TJ, you can hear and everything. Yeah, speed set. Exactly. Yeah. That makes sense, guys. That makes sense. No surprises there. If I had that screaming of an offense set or a speed set to spare with enough offense on the secondaries, I might do that for JKA. But for now, we're just going to stick with being a powerhouse. Canada Fett, subscribe with Prime. Thank you so much, man. Man, we're approaching the sub goal, guys. 19 out of 25. I don't know if you see it scrolling across your screen, but man, thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution to the cause. All right, let's get the top zone up on deck. All right, so against RJT, BB8, R2 Bros, opponent had to 2-shot. On his first attempt, he got Resistance Hero Finn out of the game and went back in and cleaned it up solidly for 45, so it was a flawless cleanup at 45. Put down a Hux team, guys. Now look, I've been hearing and seeing all the good word about Hux being used to shut down Mon Mothma Katarn. I might give that a go, but the thing is, guys, right now I'm down Star Killer. Right? Whenever I'm coming up against an opponent with a Star Killer, I've got to come correct. You know, I'm feeling like I'm getting increasingly pressured to reserve an extra GL, just so I have that discretion. And because of that, it's shaking up the way that I have to set my defenses, because you know I like to set a brutal defense, but it's just sometimes you have to go lighter just to make sure you can do your attacks, and that's where we are. So anyway, he cleared Hux for 59, not bad. GG B1 B2 Nute Magna, the classic. That was 65, so flawless. I must assume that that was Bad Batch, because or it was a really well done Bastila Jedi. I don't know if you're at liberty to explain that without giving away the Backwall, Northern, but I would be interested to know.
That was Bad Batch.
It was Bad Batch. Aha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It
That
was a
makes sense.
good move for you because you make you choose between Qui-Gon or GG Nuke. I liked it.
So, and I appreciate you saying that, but that actually still highlights my blunder, right? Like the best choice for me to have given you was to have put GG on the bottom front, because then you would have had to have dealt with that before you had the intel about Qui-Gon. So once you cleared that bottom front wall, it was at your discretion. You could see, you saw GG up top, you saw Qui-Gon down bottom, and then you had choices. I should have put you in a position where you had no choices. Or less choices, anyway. And gas. So gas 501st, 58. I'm guessing that's CLS. That sounds like a CLS score to me. I do 58s, so that's a job well done. All right, so just the 2 drops in squads, guys. And then when it comes to fleets, he one-shot them both. And you know, I laid him down some decently nasty stuff. Now, I'm not married to setting down this Negotiator with Imperial TIE Bomber, but man, I saw some history. Northern occasionally struggled against this comp, so I was like, you know what? Let's just chuck it down. See where we go. Nonetheless, he made it through, right? So only with the 2 drops, like some other not high banner clears, but nonetheless a full clear. I mean, if you saw most of last season, guys, I had people choking left and right on the defense, not clearing 1 zone, not clearing 2. So honestly, you know, kudos to you, Northern. Two drops, making it through, and assuming that you have a pretty powerful defense set for me. A nice balance. Well done.
I had a good chance to get through clean, but JML versus JMK really let me down, and then that kind of pushed all my counters down a notch.
So you want to share for the good people what went south for you on your JML versus JMK?
Just your AI had a hard on for JKR, and just took him out right after the revive, and then it kind of fell apart.
Oh, so your JKR came back and you were waiting for his next turn to do the mark onto Cat and resume the job, and he died before he could get the mark out, and then it was battleship sunk. Is that it?
Yeah, it all fell apart pretty quick after he went down the second time.
That makes sense. All right, well, guys, defensive review is done. Let's talk about offensive review. All right, opponent has DR Talon down. With the relics, of course, because he's got the thing. So 335. So his I think on the Hotbot compare, you know, his Darth Revan was faster, I believe, than this. So that's why you just got to check in game, guys. 335 is 355 with Talon. 355 is the native speed of my Piet. So under Veers, he's 375, which means we have the rare opportunity, although I hope it's more common this season, because that's why I put the extra speed on him, but we have the rare opportunity to do, you know, Imperial Troopers against DR Talon without using Gideon. So I have the option in my head now. I'm thinking about how I might otherwise apply Gideon during the course of the fight. Excited to try. All right, so he's got a Jango lead bounty hunter team with the Zam, and let's do the napkin math here. 336 speed, right? So she's going to gain 20. She's going to feed herself 20% speed. So 336 times 1.2. is 403. That's what she is herself. And then she then shares 20% of this adjusted value back out to the team. So this times 0.2 is 80.64. She is sharing 80 speed out to this team, guys. It's crazy. Oh my God. I'm really thinking I'm going to end up having to CLS this, guys. I mean, I don't want that drama. I just don't want that drama. Let's check out how Dad Bod's done. Okay, offense potency, I can respect that. Robust health, respectable speed, excellent damage. This is well done. Nice modding, Northern. I like it. No, we already checked.
He's holding Pow's set there.
Sorry?
He's holding on to Pow's set. They switched for Dex.
Oh wow, you spoil your POW. That's because that's a lot for POW. I mean, yeah, wow. All right, so Fennec Shan, 263, respectable speed, 10-5 special offense, 60% crit chance. This is the goodness, guys. I mean, both of her abilities are special damage. So this is the section you need to be looking at. And being north of 50% on the special crit chance takes some doing. It's not easy to stack this up. 27%. Wow. 27% added critical chance without a two-piece, guys. No two-piece of crit chance. This is all just done through secondaries. 5.5%. 2%. Wow, 2 of the mods don't even have crit chance. 3 of them. Wait a minute. I had to have missed something. 2? 5? Am I crazy? I mean, yes, but notwithstanding. Okay, maybe I'm just terrible at math. I'm not exactly even clear how you're even getting 27% out of these. But it's witchcraft. We'll just chalk it up to witchcraft, folks. Oh, it's the primary. Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for the catch. Yeah, my brain's hardwired to think about her in a crit damage or in an offense primary for the triangle, so neat. I mean, hold on. Check. Thank you. Wife offered to get me more coffee, so had to chug. All right, guys. So, Mon Mothma Katarn. Aha. Bear witness, 277 speed. On turn 1, he's 277 divided by 0.7. 395 to open up. It's a big boy. It's a big boy. 10-7 damage. Monstrous. Yeah, this is well done. I look forward to having this guy at 7 stars when I get him there. I like this character. I know he's kind of married into this team right now, guys, but I have aspirations for him elsewhere. We'll have to see. 242 speed Mon Mothma is respectable. She'll be cruising right along. What's the deal with Hoth Rebel Scout? Ah, this is smart. Hoth Rebel Scout faster than Mon Mothma. Mwah. Very nice. All right. Gas. The Relegate Gas. Okay, offense, defense sets as God intended. Yes, a man after my own heart. 0 added health. Guys, this is punishing to use CLS against because CLS makes mincemeat out of people using expose. Expose means that it does, when you proc the expose, it does damage equal to 20% of the target's max health, which means that if you add more health, you are giving more benefit to expose. So this guy has exactly 0 added health to his gas, exactly the same as mine. That's the way. 130,000 plus protection is the mark. 256 speed, I go for 260 plus, so obviously for a 4 speed difference, not even, worth considering. 69% potency, 69, you gotta laugh when you see him. Offense, 94-68 offense, this is very strong. Yeah. All right, what's the deal? Oh, 65+% armor, so 66.3. This is robust, guys. This is very powerful. And bear in mind, he's still got 2 mods that aren't 6 dotted here, so There's yet a little bit more room. Ooh, this defense secondary is going to slice well when you do it. Yeah. And this mod, you know, it is what it is. This is a bunch of flat stats. It's not an ideal case, but it fits the bill. It makes the set complete. You can't hit. You can't hit. Thank you so much. Wife just got me more coffee. I am armed for battle. All right. Canada Fett says this guy's mod sucks. I don't know. I don't know, Northern. Got to defend yourself at some point.
Can the wife start spiking the coffee? Perhaps?
Can my wife start spiking the coffee? There, we'll put it in the chat. I mean, she would have to be resourceful. She would have to be resourceful because I don't think there's much in the way of alcohol in the house right now. So we'll let her surprise us. How's that, grab you? All right. So bottom front wall, where the magic begins. He has a Maul Mandos team. So check this out. He is true to form, exactly as advertised, right? And he is modded to be Maul Mandos. So this is pretty strong. You have to be careful. There's this is what was really impressive. This stuck out to me. Oh, damn. Wife confirms there is in fact no Baileys here. Damn. Thursday streams are for business. All right, fair enough. All right, so Candorous Ordo, check this out. Health and protection are very robust. That's fine. The speed is not really important to us. This is bonkers, folks. Nearly 12,000 damage on Candorous. Man, you got to be so careful. He hits so hard. So hard. Sabine Wren, I love this character. I think she's great on the team. I think she's a great budget alternative to Armor or Bo-Katan here. Although it does beg the question, where should we expect to see Bo-Katan? Oh no, no. Bo-Katan's here. Neither Armor or there's another Mando that I would otherwise have here. Not coming to mind off the top of my head right now. But anyway, Sabine's a choice that I like myself. Offense sets are a good way to go. 269 speed is decently fast. Yeah, physical offense is good. How's the potency? No added potency. But check this out. This attack can't be countered or evaded. So it can be resisted, though, which is why some potency would be nice, right? So you don't have to worry about people dodging it, but you can resist the badness. Guys, don't encourage my wife. If like, you don't want to see me grow a mullet. Like, right now, you know, if I don't have anywhere fancy to be, I'm not shaving my head. But, you know, like, I'll clear the top here for you guys. Can you imagine right now if I actually tried to grow out a mullet? Like, I would be Joe Dirt, god of the trailer park, because I've got like this Friar Tuck action going up top with this clear front deck here on the front of my head. Yeah, so yeah, thank you, wife. Yes, it would have to be a party in the back because it damn sure can't be a party in the front. Yes, thank you, guys. Yes, appreciate you. You know, you guys, I feel loved. I feel supported. You guys are like family. Like, and I mean that in the worst sense of the term. You pricks. All right. This is what's really critical. You might be sitting here thinking, what in God's name is Droideka doing on this team? This is why. 261 speed. So, the thing with Maul Mandos is you need a starter. You need somebody to ignite your Maul. So that means you need somebody to go ahead of Maul to force his frenzy so that he gets the wagon train moving. At 261 speed, Droideka's Unique says that while he does not have damage immunity, he has 50% bonus speed. So 261 times 1.5 is 391.5. On turn 1, he is at 391 speed. So the match starts, he does the roll in the ball. And that sets off Maul's frenzy. Maul will do middle. That middle is going to call all of the Mandalorians to assist, and it's a little complicated, but the point is that combination of assists and everything is going to cause Canderous to go next. Canderous is going to do his special, and then Maul's waiting right there with 5 stacks of anguish ready to roll. So it goes off real quick, and you've got to be just right going after it, or you will be blown out unexpectedly. Oh, you know what? I didn't even check the offense, because there might actually even be a bunch of good offense on. Okay, so this is strictly a speed bot. All right, 66, 75 damage. It's not terribly lethal against a well-geared, well-modded team, but that's not what he's here for. He's not here to crush skulls in. That's what Maul and Canderous are here for, especially the Canderous. That 12,000 is monstrous. All right. Ray here is exactly as advertised. Health and offense sets. 183,000 health. Glass cannon. 12,9. 12,99999. That's some Final Fantasy shit right there. Jeez, man. That is monstrous. All right. So R2. Wait. Here, let's actually think about this. R2 has, okay, so it's 12,9 plus 609, right? So she's actually at like 13.6, guys. 13.6, because she'll get the 10% offense handover from R2-D2. No bueno. I mean, that's most of the legwork of putting down Ray Cat. That's the benefit of doing this, guys. Ray Cat is a relatively expensive commit. To give Ray that extra 50% offense. It's a very threatening team. You have to do it just so. I like setting Ray Cat, but imagine the possibility where you could have your Ray so strong that you might not even miss her, and that's exactly what Northern's going for here. So that's pretty serious. All right, what's the speed on RHF? 325. So not blazing fast. Thank God. My wife wants me to go full Jean-Luc. Yeah, I mean, you know, when I've got places to be, if I'm trying to look fancy, look sharp, I am gonna shave my head, guys. Don't worry, I don't rock this Friar Tuck gig full time. But you know, I'm just living the life. All right, nothing special going on with Poe, right? I don't think so. We'll check, but let's see what RJT is doing. 283 is actually pretty fast. Potency, 73%. This is wise. Added potency is very wise. Okay. Nothing too mind-blowing there. Oh, what's the deal with you, my friend? All right, so mostly just fast. 293 is relatively fast, but he's in a speed set, not an offense set, so I shouldn't be so surprised. Special offense at 8,900 is actually relatively low, but this guy is kitted out to move quickly, not hit hard. That's fine. I mean, that's what, you know, Ray's here to do all that lifting. All right, Lord Vader, Relic 9. This is the way. Speed health, good. Yes, just as advertised. Look at that, guys. That is real serious. There are not a lot of people running around that have that kind of gap on me for the protection on Lord Vader, but damn if this isn't one of them. Yeah, that damage is frightening, man. That's great stuff. All right. Royal. Okay, health sets. Now, did you choose health sets? Did you opt into health sets by choice, or did you see a reason to do health instead of defense? Because I prefer defense sets, health primaries. I'm assuming you're rocking health primaries. Yep, that's all correct. But do you have any comment on why you chose to go health sets?
I just don't have the defense sets available.
Such was my suspicion. Yep, that makes sense. All right, physical survivability is 64%. So that's why you want to put the defense sets on, guys. I mean, 64% is not, you know, it's not inconsiderable. But in defense sets, he can be like north of 75, and that makes a lot of difference. You'd be surprised. So, yeah, barring actually having the defense sets, this is probably the very best way to go. Moff Gideon, yeah, he's here to just strongly discourage the use of shock troopers. So 345, he's 385. I think the very fastest shock T in the world is like 385 on the nose. That would mean that it would be a coin flip at the start of battle, and yeah, I'm not into it. You'd also, I mean, the thing is that not only would you have the coin flip, but once Moff Gideon does take his turn, you have Demoralize on your dudes. You have minus 50% damage. Good luck doing the do with your Dark Trooper in that scenario. We will not be falling into this trap, folks. Alright, so he has Gar Saxon. Why? Because, well, he's a Relic 5 somebody, and he gives some amount of mastery when Lord Vader does his ultimate, so he'll do. You know, he himself is nothing special, but our opponent had plans for whatever other character might be here, so Gar finds a purpose. Stormtrooper, Relic 4, decent protection actually for Relic 4, just over, almost 110,000. Yeah, 61% armor, not bad, actually, pretty good, Relic 4, not in 6 dots, nice stats. All right, JMK, Cat, man, I love this team, this is a great team, I do this all the time. All right, so 558, yeah, 123,000 health, 10, okay, 10-1. So you can see that, our opponent does something that I like doing. Galactic Legends are just, you have to address them correctly. You could have them in your very tip-top mods, but the tip-top mods really only matter if you're doing a mirror, if you're in that situation. Otherwise, you could afford to put not terrible sets, but not necessarily your very best on the Galactic Legends, and then puff up some other key characters on your roster that are not Galactic Legends. And we've seen throughout, looking at what NorthernBorder set, he's got a lot of key characters that aren't Galactic Legends really tricked out. So you can make that kind of call, drawing away from a Galactic Legend to pimp out somebody else. It's pretty nice. All right, Cat. 361 as advertised. Yeah, 8,300 damage. It's robust. I'm into it. Padme. 300 speed. It's tough for me to keep her about that speed these days, but I do full health sets on her, so I guess it's not so bad. 96,000 health is a good place to be. Potency, yeah, 80% potency is pretty good too. All right. Ahsoka. So here's what I want to know. Yeah, 86, 200. Okay, so let me actually just make a note here. 86758 plus 37503. And actually, no, that isn't even correct. She has plus 40% health, so I forgot about that part. Let me do that real quick. 86758 times 1.4 equals 121,461 plus 37503. Now, why am I doing this math? Because the weakest ally gets that assist call from JMK leadership, right? So if this checks out the way I expect it will, oh yeah, guys, oh yeah. So Mace Windu's actually going to be doing a lot of the assisting. This is something that I caught myself in last season, right? There's a reason I took my Mace to Relic 5, and it's because when I used him with my JMK, he was getting the calls. I don't want him to get the calls. I want Ahsoka to get the calls, or Cam, or literally anyone else, just not Mace. So that's why I made that call last season. I can appreciate you've got better uses for your resources, probably, Northern, but that's why I did that myself. Okay, you had to mute up, Northern? Okay, I respect that. Let me check here. I got a couple pings on Discord before we get deep into it.
I'm gonna have to beef that boy up. That's an oversight.
Hey, it wasn't. Hey, man, I caught myself on that last season. It was an oversight for me too. Okay, guys, it's time to dig in. All right, enough jaw jacking. So, against Maul, I'm thinking we're going to do Traya, guys. I've taken a look at the rest of the board. I've got the... You know how I like to have both walls kind of, nominally planned out? So, to make this work, I think I'm actually going to try and run Triumvirate here. And it may end in brutal disaster. We will soon find out. Need a couple extra tanks to join us on deck. Who will be there for us? We'll take Shore, and we will take Baze. He's not, he's not ideal, but he'll do. So he has the benefit of being a pre-taunt. So let's think about how this is going to go. Droidica's going to roll. Maul's going to dispel the pre-taunt off of one of my tanks. Canderous is going to sweep, and then Maul's going to open fire on the other tank. So fortunately, Baze is Relic 5. He should be able to take a couple hits. Shore's Relic 7. He can take a bunch. So it's my goal that maybe Maul gets to do that 4th hit and the 5th hit. Ideally, only the 5th hit on one of the triumvirate characters. But yeah, he'll be able to, Maul will be able to avoid these tanks in short order. All right, let's get ready with the music, guys. You know how we do. We got to put on the goodness. Combat music. And off we go. S. Levitron says, Northern is a noob. That's rough. Just getting rolled here in the chat, my friend. Okay, did the dispel to shore. There it is. Okay. So check this out. I honestly cannot explain what just happened here. Did Canderous basic when he should have special? No. Something else happened. Because Maul has the full turn meter. Oh, we set his cooldowns back. No, don't hit her. Hit someone else. Oh, we did, and he just set back Traya, so that means we don't have isolate. Yes, please debuff. No, don't hit him. Stop. Damn it. Okay. Debuff all of his friends. Yes. Good. All right. Now we get taunt juggled for approximately 10 years. Oh my God! Please don't kill him. Please don't kill him. Please. Oh my God. Okay, Stone Age him. Okay. Yeah. Why the hell not? Bonk. That worked out. All right. Return to life. Sweet. We have got to send Canderous home, guys. Ooh, Lord. Okay. Alright, so we don't get to annihilate who I'd prefer, but really, there's no bad answers here, guys. Yes. Might as well use Isolate when we can. Yep. That is so rough. Alright, we gotta get Pain up onto this dude. I would prefer you attacking my Scion than relatively no one else. He'll have 50% increased speed if I dispel his shield. I don't want to dispel his shield, so I won't. Put up daze, do the smack. Okay, so far so good. Okay. Night. Alright, over here to Canderous. Let's keep it. Just as good a time as any to get rid of this shield, I suppose. Roll again. Yeah. It's dumb. Alright, let's get the shield right back off. That's a good move. Let's go ahead and cycle now. Get Pain up over here. Of course we dodge. Bastard. Alright. Stone Age your cooldowns. You get now, boy! 90-night. Alright, 66. So 56. So not the greatest opener in the history of the world. But we just used Triumvirate with crap tanks, essentially, to take out a very well done Maul team. So we'll put that in the win box. Alright, back to the chat. Levitron. I see. Northern was your old guild leader. So yeah. Northern knows the business. He knows the business. Alright, that's fair. Okay, next on deck. Who do we want? Alright, so Ray. We're going to do this Ray. This big monstrous Ray. Alright, we're going to do C. We're going to do armor. And then we're going to bring in our tank friends. And I do love doing this. Alright, So, we're taking Faust, because you saw that I have that Hux team set down on defense, guys. So obviously, you know, not having a fully fledged First Order team, so Faust is kind of a free agent. As a dark side tank, he'll become a pre-taunt when C uses chain, so we'll take that. We take Gar Saxon along for the same reason. He's technically a dark side tank, so he'll get the taunt. He'll be a nice warm body. And of course, none other than Pig! We got Piggy! Alright, off we go. Okay, I'm not gonna noob myself like I've done in the past. We're gonna go ahead and link RHF and RJT. They are the people that most desperately need to die. Yes, it means that my ultimate charges more slowly because I didn't link Ray, but it means that I don't have to necessarily relink just for the sake of having the right targets to delete. We take the 2-stack for a Civ Eternal. Take the money and run. Don't be greedy. Don't go for the 3rd. You don't need it. Okay, people get dispelled, people get hit. Okay, so our 2 tanks got dispelled, all according to plan. Piggy's still holding the line, doing the do. It is not yet the appointed time to use the... Okay. How you doing, Piggy? Retribution for 2 turns. Yeah, let's go ahead. You have the locked healing immunity, so there's no benefit to trying to put the protection up on you. Why not, Armor Shred? Why not, Armor Shred? Let's have it. Okay, alright. First ultimate coming out of Ray. 13,000 offense Ray. Okay, yes, we definitely saved the protection move for just after this ultimate. We expect some of our friends will not make it. Okay, as it turns out, all of our friends did not make it. This is bad. All right, so here's the thing, guys. I'm kind of at risk here. I've got vulnerable on. If I do the middle here, I gain the protection, which is kind of what I feel like I have to do. But now I'm going to be vulnerable to getting healing immunity from RJT. Nonetheless, we have no choice. I've got to take that protection off. Okay. Oh! She just did the thing. She just tried to stick the healing immunity, and it didn't happen. Oh, no, there it was. I misidentified the basic. Okay. So we've got all the badness on us. And we have ability block, which is just super, super slick. Come on, guys. Come on, don't do me like this. Oh, we're in trouble. What are we gonna do? If I do the zap right now, I'm dead for sure. But I also have to get rid of this healing immunity. The move right now is not to do the zap. But if we don't do the zap and she kills us, it's battleship sunk. Think carefully. If I do the relink here, I can drop the healing immunity, get some protection back, and then do the zap anyhow. But then, I wouldn't be able to delete Finn. I really just want to be able to make sure I have a couple people dead. Because if I have to clean this up with Bad Batch, I will. Okay. Alright. So we get the actual option of both, right? So, gain 1 buff, take 1 turn, get some protection, do another, get some protection. And now we take our lumps. God, please stop. Okay, we don't have healing immunity, so technically speaking, we can gain life from our attacks, yes? Good. Okay, we have stabilized. This is stressful. This is with 3 tanks, guys. Can you imagine had I tried to get cheeky on this? Alright, so we've got shocks on deck. We're stabilizing. We are stabilizing. Oh, but for the grace of God. Okay, night-night. And now we put it on auto, and now I sip some coffee and hopefully dry off my suddenly very clammy hands. Jesus, man. Jesus, man. Thought I was sunk. Thought I was sunk. Okay, yeah, we did manage to lap her there, Wolf. You're right about that. But remember, she has like 30, I think it's what, 30% reduced speed? Something else like that when she's in ultimate form. So that's why we got that lap. I wasn't expecting it, but as it turns out, the right move was to do the zap. Because even if I died, I know I was able to do it last season. Clean up Ray +2, one of them not being Cat. Ray +2 I was able to clean up with Bad Batch, straight up. It would be harder to do against this Ray because she's the real deal. She's providing all her own offense at 13,000. So, you know, when I did that cleanup with Bad Batch, that was after having used C to kill L3 and Cat. So it was Ray, Vandor, and Padme standing, right? So Ray was the only threat on deck, and she didn't have the benefit of the extra 50% offense. I think she was around just the 10,000. So this was like the scariest scenario, guys, because this is all the offense just on Ray. I don't know if Bad Batch would have done well against this. Hopefully, you know, fortunately I don't need to find out. Yeah, I'm glad you guys felt the tension in that fight. That was tough, yes. Thank you, Emmett. I appreciate that you appreciate the content. Hey, Draz, good morning to you. I see you. So Halo says that's why I added some speed on my C, so that he could do such lappings. That's a good call. First time chatter from Zepho. Hey, good to see you. Said dang.
Remod RT for like candy offense. Just
sorry.
Like nasty.
Wait. Say again, Northern. Start over. Go ahead, Northern.
I need R2 to be fat offense for that to work a little better.
Yeah. If R2, I mean, it's tough to pump R2's physical up that high though, because he's a special damage character, right? I mean, like even if you had him in a screaming set, you could get him up to maybe like 7,000, 8,000. But you're talking like 700, 800 passed off in the share, up from 600. So how much offense do you want to dump into that character for a reduced value handoff? You know what I'm saying? So I think you're not far off from the mark where you are right now. Okay, but 51. Oh man, guys, this was good. This was good. That I was sweating that. Jeez. And if you've been watching the last couple of rounds from last season, guys, I've had my struggles using C versus Ray. Some dum-dums, some lack of preparation scenarios. Yeah. All right, so we've got Lord Vader on deck. This is going to be Slacker Watt Night Sisters, guys. Until they kill it, you know, I mean, make hay while the sun shines. Pro tip, put your Watt Tambor in the second slot when you do this, every single time. Why? Because Watt will be front and center to you on the screen, and then when you go to put out your text, there's no chance that you know, if you had like Daka in the second slot or something, then she would be closest to you on the screen. I've seen people put the wrong tech out onto Daka. Wouldn't recommend it. Alright, back into Night Sisters. Yeah, Daka's on me. Okay, let's think. Is there anything else? Wolf says, I would rather face a Ray Cat than Ray, RJT, BB-8 with C. Yeah, guys, some people putting BB-8 down with Ray, it's got to be a real quick BB-8 because you're depending on getting that Illuminated Destiny out. If you can get Illuminated Destiny out, man, night, lights out. There's pretty much nothing NEC could do about that. Fortunately, that's not the case. I haven't encountered so much of those yet. We'll see. Levitron says, I did tank tech on Daka last week. RIP. Exactly, guys. Put your Watt in the second slot. Hey, that's got a little ring to it. It's not bad. It's not bad. All right, let's move. Let's think here now. So, people who... Yeah, let's go ahead and do the tank tech. There's some debate about whether or not it's better to put health tech onto, what's-her-name, onto Daka first. I think it's a 6 of one, half dozen of the other most of the time. Health out onto Daka. And sweep. And now we kind of treat this like a PvE battle, yes? People who I don't want to take turns. Let's stun you. That's hot. I'm into that. Basic. No need to do the heal. Thank you, Gar, for your contribution. Gar does nothing. He's just such a boo-boo character. Alright, here we go. Good, good, good. Sit down. Wow, we're doing pretty well here. I really wouldn't bother putting, well, actually, well, no, she's gonna die all the time. No reason to put a tech out onto Zombie. Let's do the basic on Watt. Watt needs to keep himself clean. The others we can take care of. No reason to change this. Okay. Keep hitting stun targets. We're building up just fine. Bulkin and Beastin. Okay. No. You're gonna die anyway, so that's fine. Stab. Just stacking. Lord Vader's almost ready to pop off. But almost don't pay the bills around here. Alright. Oh, alright. Yeah, she can't do anything. Zombie dies. We are ready. Ignite! Cleanse himself. Okay, that's fine. Good. Let's actually, I would rather stun here, but I want to sweep because I want those 12 dots off of Daka. Yeah, that was the right call. We'll basic over here. Good, good, good. Another stun. Let's do the cleanse. Do the do. Alright, more sweeps. Good. Sweeps on a stun target. Very nice. Very nice for us. Yes. Okay. Keep it up. Okay, nighty-night. Yeah, I really haven't used the zombie heal once this time because our Daka's never been threatened once. So, not bad. You know, guys, like I said, I'm going to use it because I can, but I feel like this is really cheesy. I think Galactic Legends countering Galactic Legends is completely fine. That makes sense, right? I think Galactic Legends just straight trivializing another Galactic Legend, especially the most premium of them all, the highest demand requirements of them all, feels pretty crap, guys. I don't like it so much, but it is what it is. Well, it is what it is until it isn't. They're looking at nerfing this. And you can see why. Does this not feel extremely easy to you? Is this not, you know, grade A cheese? Good. Jeez, man, just savaged. Okay, 62 it is. Mark it down. Stick a fork in them. Alright. My hands are still clammy from that sea battle, guys. It's crazy. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, the wolf says, all it takes is some bad timing and RIPC. And that's in regards to that, you know, having RJT, JTR, and BB-8. Yeah, that is perilous, guys. I don't know how you would make C safe for that. You think armor and Watt would do? I mean, it would. I think that would have to be your best odds. Like armor, Watt, and 2 tanks, and then, you know, a Hail Mary from there. All right, JMK. So I put myself now at risk for the same thing that happened to Northern. We're gonna do JKL. You're gonna call JKL as an assister often. Have him in the second slot. I'm thinking Hoda, and I'm thinking Jolie. So we've got our revives with Jolie. We've got plenty of healing from Hoda. We'll have offense, you know, bonus offense from Hoda. I think we're in a good spot here. Let me check that I'm marked down for this. Oh yeah, right. Yeah. JML, JKR. I was originally thinking of doing Ray Jedi against this, but you know, I was talked out of it because My fear here, guys, the reason I was thinking about doing Ray Jedi here is Padme, right? Padme's unique is going to punish us for having all of these attacks out of turn, but we're relying on overwhelming offense to carry the day. That's kind of the play. All right, here we go. Okay, I would much rather Stone Age his cooldowns. Who needs to be called? Alright, yes. So he's going to do that. Now we've delayed him charging his ultimate. So much the better. So for this reason, we're going to actually swap over to JKL, do the stun, slow down the wagon train, go ahead and put this up onto JKL, and then we need to be doing lots and lots of coins as we go after Cap. So, yeah, coins. Get to them. Okay. Good. Smash. Go for it. You 5th, you 6th. That's some Three Stooges humor for you. Let's do this. Ooh, that was a nice one. I liked that. Night. Alright, we pulled the teeth out. Who needs to die next? You're next. Okay, we got a bonus off me. Yeah, might as well call you. Okay. Stone Age the cooldowns. Nighty night to you. We do need to bring our friend back into the fold. So we'll do this. There we go. Okay. Also good. I am okay with this. We don't want to do this right now. We want to wait until JKR is back. Yeah, I'm game with this. Night. Okay. What is it gonna take for Jolie to take a turn? Dear God! I mean, seriously, man. Up and away. Alright, so yeah, I mean, clearly I was worried a lot over nothing. Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate you, asshole. Right. We've got to take our time here. We've got to get Jolie back in business. 30% speed won't go actually to him. So let's think about it. I like this move. Okay, we'll Stone Age you again. Keep calling Hoda. Let's get some protection banners back. Yes? Good. I don't really want to do this. I just want to keep calling Hoda. Yeah. I know. Stop that. Ability block would be neat. Okay, back over to Hoda. Let's keep doing the calls. Yeah, actually, we're as good as we're going to be. Let's just send him home. 64. Tough to ask for better than that, guys. Alright. Let's see here. 64 and... Nice. Alright, guys. We one-shot everything on the front wall. Same as our opponent. What manner of surprise penis waits for us in the back?
A little bit of cheese.
Queso mas grande. Actually, you know, this isn't terrible. So, I don't have my Night Sisters team, which is usually my go-to for dealing with GG Nuke, which means that I will have to use Bastila Jedi. It might get a little dicey back there. We'll see. I don't have a lot of room to drop, guys. Let me check my banners. So, let me do the average real quick. Let's compute what kind of margin I've got to work with off the get. 66 plus 51 plus 62 plus 64 divided by 4. So average of 60.75 banners on the front wall for me. opponent has 61 plus 59 plus 63 plus 57 divided by 4 is 60. So less than one banner's difference, guys. Less than one banner's difference. I have a slight edge, but that, you know, it's not going to pay the bills. So I still have to be careful here. Nute B1, B2, Magna, Nest is going to be challenging because I don't have Triumvirate to really make mincemeat out of this. But I do have an extra GL because I was counting on Starkiller being back here, guys. Like I tell you, you know, I've been reserving. I've been thinking about the need to reserve an extra GL for just such an occasion. So let's think.
I held Circular hoping to use him against Slacker, but
no. Okay, yeah. All right, fair enough. All right, so here's what I'm thinking for the top deck, guys. Don't need to use Gideon with the Veers, so we're going to do just Troopers against DR. There's going to be CLS against the Jango Zan. We're going to do Zariss Jawas, I think, against my Mothma Katarn. And then my own Maul team with, you know, Maul Mandos with Droidica, as we'd already discussed, against Gats. I did this last time. Now you might be thinking to yourself, but wait, Jango's down on defense for you, Tassinix. You don't have Jango in there. You only need Jango with your Maul Mandos if you're being ambitious enough to go after Sith Eternal Emperor. That's the only, and I don't even know that you strictly need that. That's the only time that I felt the need to have Jango there for the extra punch. Otherwise, man, you're fine. You're fine. So that means if I do this, though, how do we allot the back? Let's mark up what we're going to do on the back real quick, and then we'll proceed. So, GG, BB8, MG88, T3, and IPB. Okay, Nute, B1, B2, Magna, and Nest. And then Band, Wheel, IG11. Interesting choice. Kira, and Veteran Han. So let's explore this a little, guys. You know, I think a very common composition for BAM teams is to have like Nest Dengar. So Nest, you know, presumes to impede Imperial troopers, but he knows, or my opponent strongly suspects that my predilection for using troopers against DR means that they're committed, so he didn't have to worry about setting Nest here. He had the freedom to use him here with the Nute team. So why set down Kira and Vet Han? Vet Han has an AoE ability block. So AoE means 5 birds, ability block means good times. It's tough to go wrong with that, yeah? 264 speed, 75% potency. I mean, it's decent. And you know, these mods aren't even like he's like trying to beat the brakes off me, so it's a pretty good set of stats. Kira offers an AoE, which I do believe the AI will have her do first. It's an AoE, Dispel, and Stagger, which could be disastrous depending on what you take against it. 272 speed's quite nice. 80% potency is an excellent idea when you're trying to stick staggers on people. But this is the secret sauce here, right? Other scoundrel allies gain half of these benefits when attacking, so they get plus 20% potency and plus 15% critical damage during attacks. Now, Bam's birds are true damage, thus they don't crit, so that doesn't really boost him so much as it would boost others on the team. So really the biggest beneficiary here, I think, is probably Veteran Han. That extra 20% potency puts him, I think it was, what was it, 70-something potency, 76% potency he had, we just saw, so what, 96% potency? Not bad. So an efficient use of resources, right? We can say that's pretty solid. Hey, Absolution, good morning to you. Man, Absolution, you know, I love you, you're one of my patrons and everything. Put your damn address in on Patreon so you can get your fancy-dancy Tassinix Gaming mug. You know? Don't make me keep chasing you. How hard does a man have to work to get you a gift? You know? Kellen Drexel, thank you so much for the follow, man. Glad you're enjoying yourself. We got 33 viewers here in the morning. Man, that's nice. You guys just got me squirreled away under your desk at home, right? So the boss doesn't see. I appreciate you. I see you. All right. plotting and scheming. How are we gonna do this? Plotting and scheming. So against Bam, I like to do a couple different things when I fight them, but what do I actually have? So we have EP Vader Mara. Let's mark down what the teams are and then think about how to use them later. So EP Mara, DB, what? We would also have Thrawn and Tarkin if we so desired. We don't have Shore Trooper, who I typically bring in as a crutch, but we don't have him, so. Nute B1, B2. What are you going to do about you? What are you going to do about it? We have Junker Night Sisters. That could be a cleanup. Aha, we have Bad Batch. Wait a minute, let's think about this. Bad Batch is going to do what? Bad Batch can take out Nest. I remember doing it before. It takes timing. It's a little dicey, but we have robust defense. I think Bad Batch might be the ticket here for Nute. So, Hunt, Echo, Tech. Oh wait, not Echo. BB Echo. Tech, Wreck, and Omega. Good. Okay. Bounty Hunters. Aha! The solution yet exists. So, let's actually do our checks here real quick. 282. That's a fast one. 11.7. This is nice. This is an excellent set for a band. Very, very fast. That gives you greater flexibility for who you're going to slot on this team. You know, I've toyed around with a couple ideas, guys, like with Dash Lead. So you're thinking Dash Lead is hot because it gives the extra 20 speed to Queel. What you don't know, what you're not thinking about, is that it also gives 20 extra speed to IG-11 because he's technically tagged as a healer, and it gives 20 extra speed to Dash himself. So you could potentially just completely screw your clocking, right? You could have like potentially 3 characters go ahead of Bam before he goes into the poop stance, and then you get no birds. So that's why I'm not a huge fan of Dash Lead for this team. Jango Lead is hot, Bam Lead is hot, Dash on the Bam team as a member is hot, but Dash Lead I'm not so into. That's my take. Interested to hear what you guys think. Yeah, Smodern says, how fast is Beskar? They look like they aren't clocked quite right. I mean, we'll see. I mean, 282 means that he should be decently fast compared to the rest of them. But we'll do our checks, Smodern. Don't you worry. 346. So this is the genuine article 346. Actually, dead nuts the same speed as my own Queel. Quite nice. Quite nice. All right. 276. Yeah, that makes sense, right? So that's after Bam. 276, 272. This is also after Bam. And this is also after Bam. Nah, Smodern, he's got him clocked right. This is going to get him 20 birds if we're not careful. But I think we got his little red wagon fixed because we see a path forward now with Bam. Which means then that I have the opportunity to underman something with Rey. What kind of Rey team might I consider? What do you guys think? I don't, I have the opportunity to use Rey solo. I could do Rey with Junker Resistance. Let's think about what's the toughest team on deck. Let's pull up the spreadsheet and look at it. I'm a visual thinker. That Jango team, I don't know that I would want to take. Well, we would just potentially lose a bunch of people. The banners would be horrible, that's for sure. CLS is definitely the best bet of just taking that whole thing home. Yeah, gas I'm not worried about. I'm liking my odds with Maul. Maybe there's a case to be made for the DR team, which would free up troopers for... No, you know what? I think we're gonna use... Yeah. We might end up tabling EP Mara. That's the vision that's coming to mind. I think Rey, and possibly, I don't know, probably Rey solo is a little cheeky against the GG Nuke team, but I'm thinking it's either Rey solo or Rey and a couple friends versus this GG Nuke. I think that's going to be the ticket. And if not, we should have cleanup options. So Bam is going to be... Alright, so I would actually have to do Mando lead because of the Queel being faster than my 329 Bosk and 328 Grief. However, we do have Gideon as a free agent today. So, Aurra, Boba, Bosk. Actually, no Boba, right? Let's think about it. Aurra, yeah, we need Mando. So Aurra, Mando, Bosk, Grief, and Gideon. It feels weird, but it's gonna work. Damn if it's not gonna work. All right, I think that's the ticket. So let's get up to the top wall and I don't know. Where do I want to begin? All right, let's go ahead and do BAM. Yes, Modern. He does have some banger speed on BAM. He does. All right, Bounty Hunter, Aurra, Mando, Grief, Bosk, and ya boy Gids. This is the quickest way to him. Okay, so yes, my Gideon is the true life 366. So he's fast enough. Nothing else is going to accelerate their speed. There's nothing unexpected that I'm not taking account of, I think. It is go time. Okay, resetting Z. Absolution handing out the subs. Man, thank you so much. Appreciate you so much, Absolution. You're just the best. Absolution goes around to a whole bunch of different streams, hands out subs like they're candy. He's just the man. Give up the love. Give up the love. You can't hate. All right. Have a seat. Sit down. Step right up. Don't be shy. If we go after him too hard here, we could be in some serious trouble. I want to not anger. I don't want Wonder of the Force. I'm gonna hit Queel. I'm gonna hit IG. That was the right move. No regrets. Alright, so we still have the fresh taunt. I say let's go ahead and... who do I want more? The AoE ability block to be blocked, or this Dispel? I would rather not have the Dispel. Dispel could be potentially disastrous. Sit down and go ahead and stun Veton. Porque no los dos? Let's stun them both. Well, all's well that ends well. Days. Alright, I see you. How are we gonna do it? Let's keep up with the stun. Stun is the ticket. Let's see here. I'll re-chat in a sec, guys. I gotta pay attention. I appreciate your patience, though. Let's go ahead and get the bad juju off of Bosk. Basic. Send her night-night. Okay. No choice. Let's just keep that there. Dispel. Back over to you, friend. Night-night. Well, not exactly night-night, but, it's a thought that counts. You go bye-bye. Good. Now IG-11 is just a dude. He's a god in the presence of Queel, but just a dude otherwise. Okay, shields up, weapons online. Good. Okay. Having a good time over there, Northern? You're pretty quiet on me.
Yeah, just trying to get my morning routine going.
What time zone?
I needed C to lose there to Ray. Make things exciting.
Oh yeah, that was an adrenaline rush right there. Okay, guys, so we hit the perfection on that one. 65, right on the nose. You can't ask for better. Devil himself could have done no better. All right. All right, let's look back at the chat. Man, Absolution just handed out the candy. Bless you, sir. Canada Fett says, "Oh, hey, Absolution, what a stud that guy is. Way better mods than your lame opponent." You're just getting torn up here today, Northern. Yeah, so much love, you say in the chat. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, yeah, NorthernBorder has some great mods, guys. He's got his kit well done. I can't hate. I mean, I can hate. It would just make me look like an asshole, though. All right, Nute.
I nearly set Iden Versium. I wish I had, but it would have been fun to see her on B.
You know, I got tipped off this morning about some superpower stuff. Oh, hey, thanks, Draz. I see your DM here. So, yeah, Draz just tipped me off that the idea that, you know, Bad Batch doesn't do well against, like, a Rey cleanup if Poe gets inspired. They just lose all their buffs. And then Rey will whirlwind whoever she wants. So the reason that cleanup works, if you watch this at the end of the last season, guys, I was able to do that Bad Batch cleanup on Rey, and it was for perfect banners. The Wrecker, because we did a full Bad Batch team, Wrecker started with his pre-taunt. We had Wrecker eat 2 whirlwinds from Rey and 2 ultimates, and we still finished with full health and full banners on that team for the cleanup. So, you know, Draz just DM'd me to the point that if Poe's in the mix and he's inspired, that can definitely throw that off. It's good food for thought for next time. And yeah, you know, Northern, I did receive some intel about the use of Iden. I think, let me just put it this way. I don't know that I'm at liberty to share the details, but I think you'd be better served in using Iden for offense. Let's just leave it at that. All right, new team. I'm thinking Bad Batch is still the solution. Let's have a look-see and think if anything's... We do have Geos, guys. Geos I have found to be quite helpful against Nest. We don't have a Jango in the mix to potentially lights out my Spy. Spy struggles less against Nest than I imagine Bad Batch would. But we have lower odds of 65 banners. I don't have to be overwhelmingly, exceedingly efficient on that one, though, do I? GG Nuke. I want to check Swigga.gg real quick, guys. I really want to see if there's any new sauce that has emerged recently against GG Nuke. You always wanna be up to speed on what's cracking. Alright, people are doing Bastila Jedi, which makes sense, but I don't really have the A-Team Jedi to go after and mark who I want, so that's a less preferred option. Aha! Oh no, Bad Batch is terrible there. 49% win rate. 106 attempts for a 49% win rate, and that's using the 4-man Bad Batch. The 5-man Bad Batch is even worse. 687 attempts done for a 34% win rate. Dear God. Alright, so, you know, I'm thinking in the right vein that we've got to come correct. Jeez. What do you guys think about the Rey solo against GG Nuke? I'm interested in your takes on that. Let's see here. Defiant, my dear wife, what did you miss? So far, one-shots. You know, I'm trying to be careful here. I haven't crapped the bed so far. Let's see. No drops. Draz says it's going to be an easy win to do the Rey solo against GG Nuke. So we're going to keep that in the back pocket for the time being. That means that we can Bad Batch here with impunity. Bad Batch is going to be a good option. We'll be able to stun, and we'll be able to go after B2 expeditiously. And we just have to control for Nest. So let's do it. Let's stick to it. We could have used Geos here, but we're going to go ahead and do Bad Batch. I'm telling you guys, this team is amazing. I'm so impressed with what this team can do. So Levitron's saying there is no major threat to Rey on a Nuke team. Alright, yeah, you know, I'm glad I'm asking. I'd rather ask and not be caught off guard. Appreciate you guys. Y'all are good. Absolution says, good grief, work pulling me away. Good luck to both of us. You'll have to watch later. Still not sure who you're rooting for. You know what? I'll try not to take offense to that. We'll see you real soon here, Absolution. I mean, it's hard for me to take offense when you just handed out subs to people, so I'll just shut my damn mouth. Alright, guys, let's roll. Man, 43 viewers. That's like 13 viewers since I last checked. Man, guys, appreciate y'all rolling in. You know, good afternoon to you, wherever you are. Alright, get to step. Sit down. Okay. Nute is not stunned. It'd be nice if he were. Alright. Swaps. Swaps and pops, folks. That's what's up. Swaps and pops. Night, night. Get nothing, sir. Nothing. Man. Alright, who needs? Let's get the third stack of translation up onto you, boy. Hot damn, I love that. Alright, so now we have Nest safely tucked away. Ooh, man, I really would like to do the thing here. But we're already on the second life. Let's do it. Let's do this. Yeah. Because Nest doesn't gain anything from that. Alright. Put down the mark. Do the dispel. And now we simply bide our time. We're looking for the opportune strike. I would just basic here. I don't see much reason in trying to do the fancy dancy. Stun's probably good. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Maybe a stun. Okay, that's good. Okay, so this is another chance. What can we do? Limited time only. Oh, yeah, that sucks. Let's do the chop shot and get our true damage up for when the opportunity should present itself. We can go ahead and refresh this. We've got all kinds of time to get this right, so let's get it right. Zero in, part 2, Electric Boogaloo. This one. Night, night. Ah, so close and yet so far. Stomp. Do the swap over to Omega so she can do this one. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. Chop, chop. Okay, dispel. Take your turn, friend. Yes, stun. It would be better if you didn't do stuff. Alternatively, you could just do stuff. This is it. This is the kill. So we don't get absolute full banners because she just managed to take a little bit of a chip there off of our boy, but it's all... Oh no, they gave it to us. Alright, I'll take it. 65. Tough to argue with that. My wife says, my wife replies to Absolution, rooting for spiked drinks is rooting against Tass. I don't know, you guys seem to like it when I'm wasted. Alright, here we go. Ray against GG Nuke. Off, and away. Over-prepared. Over-prepared. I feel like I'm in Conquest, you know? Okay. Whatever. Stack up. Yeah, my banners don't like when I'm drunk. You're right about that, wife. You're very right about that. It's true. It's painful. It's true. Alright, I feel like the right move is probably this one, right? 7% more damage. Let's give it a go. I guess try to basic, maybe for a little health. Yeah, I mean, talk about overthinking that one, eh? 67. not bad. It's tough to hate. All right. Bottom half, Dunzo. Up top. Step right up. Don't be shy. Welcome to the greatest show on Earth. Imperial Troopers. Veers, Starck, Piet. Your boy Range, and Death. But wait, there's more. Think about it. Think about it real clearly now. You got Marauder. Marauder's a great case to bring in Death Trooper. My standard team is Veers, Dark, Piet, Range, Death. Do I have any need to bring in Starck? I don't think I do because... Well, actually, no, I think I would because... Yeah, I think I would. Check this out, guys. 355. All right, here's how this works. Here's how you want to have your Dark Trooper go immediately after your Piet. So here's how you got to do it. 355 plus 20. 375 is the Veers bonus on top of Piet's speed. Then we need to do times 0.8 of that, because on his first turn, on Piet's first turn, he will gain a stack of Emperor's Trap, which is a buff. So that means under Veers' lead, 10% turn meter shared out to the team. And then when Piet does his middle onto Dark Trooper, that will put offense up on the team, another buff, another 10%. So we need to account for a 20% turn meter gain for the team after Piet takes his first turn. We do that by doing Piet's speed adjusted after the leadership. So 375 times 0.8 gives us the value of what the next character speed needs to be. So that means our Dark Trooper would need to be 300, but wait, we want to subtract out the leadership bonus, minus 20 is 280. So Dark Trooper would need to be 280. Okay, so how fast is my Dark Trooper? The answer may shock you. Not 280. You know, he's got strong offense and stuff like that, but he ain't no 280. Which means that if we don't want our turn meter to be completely screwed, we've got to take in Colonel Starck. I would prefer to have Death Trooper to deal with Marauder. Things might get a little dicey there. Not exactly sure about it. But Range Trooper is the better trooper to have in general. That's kind of what I'm thinking here, guys.
Your
Sorry, Northern. Man, I'm telling you, you are just like talking through a ceiling fan or something. I didn't hear you.
Your Marauder almost killed my troopers.
What almost killed your troopers?
Your Marauder.
Yeah, my Mara. Yeah, Mara's monstrous, man. You heard it there, sir. You heard it there, folks. Marauder. So you're thinking maybe I want to set Sith Empire Trooper here with my troopers sometime. If you think that you can force your opponent to use Imperial Troopers against your DR Talon without forcing them to use Gideon, there's a case to be made for putting down Sith Empire Trooper, because a well-modded Sith Empire Trooper can impede Dark Trooper. However, if you force them to use Gideon, it doesn't matter if he's in full defense sets, it doesn't matter if he's Relic 9. Gideon's just going to armor shred him and trivialize all that hard work. So, if you can anticipate that your opponent won't be using Gideon, you could put down Set, but the general case safe person to put down is Marauder, because he's going to gain a ton of offense from it. He'll gain good chunks of turn meter here and there. He can be surprisingly disruptive. And of course, he can just bonk one of your dudes into non-existence and you're having a bad time. Alright guys, wish me luck. We're going in without Gideon. I feel a little naked, but we're going to make it work. Okay. So, we target, I want Bastila Shan fallen down and out of the game very first. So, and then you. We have all this turn meter ready to roll, so I'm not going to do TM gain here. We're just going to get to smashing. Whew! That worked like a charm. Okay, so now we actually get to do a mass assist on Marauder, which is nice. Yeah, but we didn't actually get much of a mass assist there now, did we? Alright, so we still want a basic. I don't really want to smash Malak right now. It's not the right time. Okay, we'll take the freebie call. We will take this as well. Go on now. Go get him. Go get the young man. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? We can do the Dispel here. That would be nice. Get the Foresight off of you, boy. No, no, no. Don't hit him. No! Okay. Alright, 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 alright. We're gonna have some problems here, folks. How do we do this? We gotta have... Alright, so the turn meter looks in favor for Piet. Tough to see what Veers has got going for turn meter right now. Let's think about it real careful, like. Real careful, like. I'm thinking TM game is not a bad idea, but I gotta make sure that Piet goes ahead of DR, and I just can't be too careful. And for the love of God, can I get some kind of assist here? Go, 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 go. Alright, night, night. You then, friend. Step right up. Don't be shy. Up. Give me a 1-2. Alright, 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 alright. There it is. Okay, so we do want to smash here. We don't actually get a mass assist on Darth Revan, ever. But we do want to weaken up Talon, because in an ideal world, I would be able to AoE her into non-existence. Which, possibly right now. Aha! So now we don't trigger the benefit, the death benefit, right? If you try and kill Talon's leader while she yet lives, she's going to heal him up, and it's a bad time. Wouldn't recommend it. Aha! 64, not bad, all things considered. Starck only dispels the target. Ah, yeah, you know, reading is a hot new technology, Draz. I should get into that. Yeah, fair point. The dispel's only on the main target. Yeah, this is a very fair point. Okay, so, you know, using CLS against gas is tried and true, but we need CLS for dealing with this Jango team. I'm thinking that we're going to do the Maul. Let's get set up. Maul, Candy, Bo, Sabine, and ya boy. See, Gas is a Jedi, and as Nute Gunray established for us very early in episode 1. No, wait, it wasn't Nute Gunray. It was the stunted slime, as Darth Sidious called him, that was standing next to Nute, the other guy who says, "Jedi are no match for droideka." So we'll see how true that is. But, you know, Absolution, thank you so much. I know you already took off. You fulfilled my sub goal. I gotta set new goals, man. Appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Alright. Roll them. Roll on 1. Up. Brawny boy. Brawny boy. Oh god, please stop. No, wait. Don't do that. Okay. Alright, let's go. Turn it up. To the left. 2 hops this time. There we go. We really needed that to happen. We needed him to sit down on the 3rd because we need 4 and 5 to deal with 5s here, yes? Good. Clap your hands. Okay. So far, so good. I mean, it would be better if we could get rid of these people. AoE seems like the right ticket, but we're about to have him stand up anyhow, right? It sure would be neat to send him home. Let's think about it. The possibility exists that we could ignite these 2 stacks of expose here, and that could be devastating, right? I think this is probably the better way. Target him to this point. Man, you can't beat it with a stick. Okay. This is not good. Well, actually, you're going to counter into both again, so that's fine. But don't, yeah, you're going to do 3 hits. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, we got to think real careful, like. So, if we basic here, we could have bad times. I feel like we got to take advantage of Canderous while he's still on deck, because we're going to have a problem. Oh, yep, that was the right move. Alright. That was slick, guys. Alright, 56. Not stellar banners, but we saved ourselves CLS, all according to plan. Jango. Okay, so here's the thing. When going after this team, we'll have the advantage of being able to stun somebody up front. Now, the quickest road to the contract going off is going to be Fennec getting to take turns. But here's the thing. We can't afford Jango to take his first turn because he's going to do the fire sweep. And if we get fire on our boys, turn meter train go bye-bye. So we have to plug him first, then go after Fennec. I'm not really sure about how all this is going to pan out, but let's see here. Okay, so let's think carefully. Plug Jango. We're going to have to stance with CLS in order to go after Fennec. That's fine. We'll take our lumps from Dad Bod. It's also fine. All right, I think we'll be okay. Canada Fett says, I guess that's the issue with having Droideka on the team. Really helps with those speed races, but it's so annoying having the extra Mando bouncing taunt around to one extra person. Indeed, if we had an extra Mando to, to distribute, those counterattacks and whatnot that we got from gas, we might have finished with an extra character on deck. But, the reason that Droideka is modded so quickly, at least for me, I intended him to be able to go after fast gas teams, right? So I clocked my Droideka to be able to be faster than a 320 Rex. And it's very difficult to find yourself a substitute for that. You'd pretty much have to use Watt, right? I mean, that's kind of where you're locked in. And then I wouldn't have had my nice, clean slacker Night Sister counter going. So, all right, into the abyss we go. Okay. All right, well, I mean, that's also an option. Ah, boo-boo. Okay, well, I mean, not so bad. Don't need to stance here. Let's wait until the bomb pops. Shut down Fennec Shan. Oh my god, we didn't remove TM, guys. Boo! Wait, who's taking the next turn? Who's taking the next turn? Oh, thank god. Night-night. Alright. We're gonna be okay. Everything are gonna be alright. Okay. Night-night. Sit down. Dispel. Smash. Good. Yeah, 260 Droideka is the ticket, Levitron. Yeah, I mean, it's a high demand, but, accept no substitutions, exchanges, or refunds. It's tough to replace that. Everybody's already got a stack of translation. He's going to die here in short order anyway. Maybe we can get a little more? Nah. 62 will do. That's a premium team to set down on defense, so we used a premium offense, and it'll do. What can I say? All right, against Katarn. So, I've seen some people, Draz actually mentioned this to me. Was it Draz or was it Sasha? Somebody mentioned to me that they used Zariss Jawas against Mon Mothma and actually had a wipe, which comes as a shock to me. Who's the fifth right Jawa, guys, in your opinion? So I think we're all agreed Nebbit has a good place here. Of course we need Scavenger. Of course Engineer's good. So it's really about Dathcha or Jawa. I'm interested in what you guys think about that. I'll wait for your comment before I hit the go button. But, I mean, I can compare the abilities real quick. Yeah. So this is the AoE. Well, I mean... Deal special damage to all enemies with a 50% chance to inflict ability block. Note that it doesn't say Note that it does not say that that's bound to the... holy crap. So you say, oh, you guys are saying regular Jawa is the way to go. But man, this AoE is brutal. 50% chance to inflict ability block on the AoE. AoE ability block's quite rare. But you guys are still... So yeah, that's Dacia. So what's up with Jawa then? What's Jawa's secret? Why are you saying that? Draz speaks of himself in the third person. Draz has GA Jawas. Oh, well, that would do it. That would do it. Yeah, so stun, you can make the case that stun is maybe better than ability block. I mean, I can buy that. And then yeah, he gains 30% turn meter whenever he gains an attack. He gains, so he'll have 24% for each living Jawa. Yeah, 6 times 4, 24% evasion. Not bad. Speed down is kind of nice. Okay, so it does more damage to somebody with a debuff. So I'm trying to make very clear to myself why you guys say that Jawa's better. Okay, gain stealth, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I guess he matters less. I guess Dacia does matter less. All right, let's make sure it's marked properly in the sheet. Yes, we do have Jawa marked. All right, guys, into the abyss. Let's see if this Katarn just lights us up like a Christmas tree. Okay, that's good. You are hitting one of the good ones. I'm cool with it. Oh, you know what? I probably should have put up the defense up, honestly. Just gotta follow that. Well, alright, so we got defense down. Now we do defense up. We counteract that. Yeah, we could possibly stun somebody. There is a chance. So you're saying there's a chance? Alright, come on. When do people start deleting themselves? Anytime, gentlemen. Anytime. There we go. 1C, 2. Oh my god. That hit was savage. It'd be better if you didn't, friend. It would be better if you didn't. Okay, that's all good. Alright, alright. 54. It's ugly, but it worked. Alright, so we have bought ourselves a little bit of margin for dealing with fleets. I expect the very worst from our opponent. You know, this is going to be something interesting back here. Ah, Executor, my dear friend. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Alright, and he set down the very same thing for me. You know, you bastard, you're not supposed to do what I do. Let's see, Negotiator. So how will we deal with this? We'll do Finalizer for Negotiator. And then Executor will be a stick. Ah, note that it's Boba up front. How is this meant to complicate us? So that means Xanadu Blood should be coming first off the deck. The punish here being, of course, that Xanadu Blood's a lot better at stacking up both the contract for Razor Crest and the ultimate for Executor. So bringing him out second means that we can't pull him out ahead of the reinforcements, right? So we just have to bear that in mind. But it doesn't really change the script for me, I think. We're still going to use Malevolence, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe I have to clean it up. I don't know. You know, we've done so much good work. This could all go to naught very quickly. Alright, we take in our TIE Fighter, Hyena, Vulture, Spy, Soldier, and then Ebon Hawk. Alright, this is all I should need. Yeah, so we don't get an easy kill on Xanadu Blood. It's kind of a bummer, but we don't depend on that. Because, you know, if Xanadu Blood was out front, and then Spy chose to mark, I'm listening, Draz. You think it's a trap for Malevolence? I'm listening. I'm open to a different option, but feel free to tell me what you're thinking there. I haven't hit go yet. Levitron says, you just got your Fennec to 13-9 spec offense with Dabba Boba. Man, that is savage. That is savage. At what speed? I think 250 plus is a great place for her to be, but I'm interested to see what kind of trade-offs you might have made, Levitron. But 13-9 is monstrous. Just monstrous damage. But yeah, Draz and friends in the chat, I'll be very happy to hear what you think about fighting this possibly anti-malevolence variant of Executor. If it were me, I'd ask the resident fleet expert if I thought Rebels would work. Let's think about it. So the reason Rebels doesn't work against the default configuration of Executor is because they're so fast to get the contract out. You're just in a tough spot. Because once Executor gets around to his third turn, so first turn he does the mass assist, second turn he calls a reinforcement, third turn he does the heal / dispel, and that dispel dispels bad juju on his side and dispels the special buff on Millennium Falcon, so that can be bad. However, by not having Xanadu Blood out front, the possibility exists that we could go after Boba straight away and have momentum on our side. So Draz is saying, yeah, you might be able to kill Boba before they move. The possibility exists. I'm stewing here, folks. Give me a sec. I'm imagining, I'm envisioning how the turns are going to roll. So that means that when Xanadu comes out, so the good news is that if they have Breach on Biggs, there's enough debuffs flying around from the Executor fleet that we could potentially have no debuffs on us at the time that we want to bring out Cassian, which means that Xanadu comes out fresh, we can dispel the taunt off of Houndstooth, and then annihilate Xanadu. Levitron staying silent on this topic for Northern Border's sake. That's sporting of you, I appreciate you. It's not a done deal. Alright, you know what? Let's do some science. I don't want to lean into what his plan was. The reason to set Boba is because Malevolence depends on having the fight just take its time, and then eventually you secure advantage over the course of the fight, and reserving Xanadu Blood in this way is meant to punish that. Draz says, if you go Malevolence, when they reinforce with Xanadu Blood, all that retribution will feed them closer to that ultimate. That is a very fair point. I almost never remember the fact that he hands out that retribution because it's so rare that I use him as a reinforcement, but it's clever. It's clever. Man, y'all are here to save my bacon today. Appreciate you. Alright. So we would start off with the standard. Xanadu, 1, 2, 3. Do we need a fourth? Odds are, if the fight works the way it should, we wouldn't need a fourth. But check this out, guys. We don't have to pinch and scrape about banners because we've earned ourselves a little margin. Our opponent had 2 drops. And actually, let me do a quick calculation, guys. I wanted to see what's the average banners looking like across the deck now, yes? Let's do that. Sorry for the added delay, but let's see. 66 plus 50 plus 60 plus 64 plus 64 plus 64 plus 62 plus 54 plus 56 plus 67 plus 65 plus 65, and that is divided by 4, 8, 11, divided by 11. Average is 61, compared to, up until this point, excluding fleets, so it was 32 plus 56 plus 63 plus 58 plus 65 plus 59 plus 45, and then what's over here? Plus 61, plus 59, plus 63, plus 57, equals divided by 11. 56. So yes, indeed, we do have a bit of margin, right? 56 average to 61 up until this point. and then he one-shot our fleets. So, all right. 3 out of 4 wins in TW, says Master Kylo. Hey, good afternoon. Good to see you, Master Kylo. We beat a rank 61 guild today, and we ranked 69 or 68. Hey, good job, man. Solid. So, 3 out of the 4 last 4 TWs you got to win, man. That's a nice set of droid brains for you. Hot damn. All right, guys, into the abyss. Let's take this. And I'm gonna have to comment all about this. All right. So we target Boba. Aha! We actually got an assist. Oh my god. We got an assist. Oh, it sucks. It sucks. AoE, we have advantage. The possibility exists. Nope. Alright. Okay, that's kind of hot. That's kind of not. It would be strictly better to heal him, but we've got to try and take the gamble that this AoE is going to kill, right? We don't have healing immunity, so we could gain shielding back. We have a second tank if needed. Ah! That's no bueno. No bueno. Come on. Nope. Alright, no protection. I was about to say, guys, that is tough. There we go. Okay. Razor Crest. Have at him. Get the step. Get him now. Get him! Get him! Get on up, but get on up. Okay, Xanadu comes out to play. Fine time for Cassie. Yes. Let's actually target Xanadu, because I want Xanadu gone. I'll be honest. If I had to choose between the two, Xanadu's got to be the one. Dig it! Alright, wiggle into basic. Okay, contract is off. That's fine. Fear no death. Come at me, bruh. You could dispel the protection up, but it's not the biggest concern. Breach off your boy would be pretty nice, though, I gotta say. We can call a mass here. Why not? See what happens from it. Hey, that means we're back on track. Basic, get the assist train rolling. Good. We saved the AoE such that if we need to hit our friend, we can. Okay, wow. And man, Relic 7 bigs. Relic 7, you damn bigs, people. This is why. You just saw why. You think a Relic 5 bigs would have hung around for all that? I don't think so. You want the results, you gotta pay the price. Pay the price. Don't be cheap on it. Okay. So now he's locked in. Who's the best move? We gotta be quick. They got the big con. They got the ultimate ready. No assist from not a damn bit of nobody. Thanks for all that. Thanks for all the fish. Okay. No bueno. Oh man, we're coming real quick around to that Executor ultimate. Yes. Tough times in the very near future. Gotta Hulk smash this one, yes? Gotta get all the ships on deck. We didn't stick the buff. We didn't stick the debuff, guys. That's tough. Look at all this he's gaining. That is rough. And we have to plow through all of that protection up here. Yeah. I'll try and get some kind of assist. No assist? Okay. Appreciate you, dog. Okay, thank you. What a horse's ass this, Okay. Alright, you done the do for us. Did we just wiggle? No, we basic. So we should do one of these turns for the basic. We should do the other one for this. We want to have all the offense penetration. Special. Let's get some assist magic going. What's this one going to do? Inflict tenacity down. I mean, it certainly can't hurt us. It's already target locked. What are we going to do? Yeah, no. He's already stealth gain offense up. We'll definitely do this twice. No assists on that second one. Smash. No disruption again, you'll note. Good. Okay. Woo! Good advice, guys. Appreciate you. Had to make the right calls, but that was fascinating. So
I needed you to use Grievous there.
Sorry, what's that, friend?
I needed you to use Maul there.
I gotta tell you, I was fixing to do it, and we can just say that it was chat that saved my bacon. No strategic prowess of mine. Maybe tactical prowess once we got in the fight, but the strategy belongs to chat, so, you know. Hats off to you, Draz. Hats off to those of you that had good comments on this. Thank you, so kind. Alright, 69 is my kind of fight. Alright, let's go ahead and, let's do some markup on this. I really want to put in a comment, because this was fascinating. Opponent set, Houndstooth, Razor Crest, Boba up front. So Rebels can kill Boba ahead of first reinforcement. Xanadu Blood comes out, then Cassian to dispel Retribution and focus Xanadu down. That was slick. Slicker than goose shit. Alright, so Northern Border, yeah, that was the only trap he had. Mal would have failed there. Lessons learned, guys, and I didn't have to learn them painfully, but, you know, thanks to your generosity and kindness. Alright, let's move on with the last one. So, unless for some reason I'm just utterly unable to clear this, we've got it in the bag, folks. Not a bad opener for a season. Alright, first order. We get this out, we get you out, we get you out. Step right up, don't be shy. We actually have the luxury of bringing along Ebonhawk, which is the preferred option. But we usually have him sunk in with Malevolence, so, ooh, that's so fancy. I like it, I like it. Alright, so we have you here in case we need. Who else? Who else will join us? Clone Sergeant's always been a friend. He was there for me when I was not there for myself. Alright, Clone Sergeant can be our mainstay tank, should we need. We have Jedi Counselor for another protection up and assist call when the time should arise. Let's get to it. Who you guys thinking for your Relic 9s these days? Outside of the obvious candidates, who you putting them on? I've been seeing people do lots of crew, some Royal Guard, stuff like that. But anyway, we want to put Hunted onto Anakin to deny him turn meter gain. Even though our primary kill target is ITB, don't be fooled. Now what's real spicy is actually trying to land a stun here. Great. The stun was, this hit was enough to force Negotiator to do Unending Loyalty. So now we don't need to fear the AoE. We can call Kylo here, nice smash, and a stun. Hey, you can't beat that. Another feed of a turn over here, big smash, Hulkamania. I like it. We don't have any special buff right now. I'd rather not use the AoE for this moment. Go for another stun? No stun. Who to shut down? People's turns to shut down. How are we looking for turn meter? So, it looks like Finalizer's out ahead of Negotiator. That's quite nice. We can strip this offense up off of Anakin and still, I think, be able to kill Imperial TIE Bomber. I'm thinking that's the way. But yes, him being ability blocked is quite spicy. Okay, I think we'll be able to bring out Clone Sergeant here, because it's really great to have a tank for when that AoE does come out, right guys? Although, if we brought out Ebonhawk, we could put up Chaff ahead of that, and then we wouldn't get dazed now, would we? still, I would rather reserve it. I would rather reserve it. Aha! All according to plan. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. You hit like a baby. You hit like a baby. Alright, no point really in feeding the extra turn to Kylo because he's got his thing going. We could give advantage now. No reason to do the big hit because he's got crit immunity. But now that we have advantage, we can go ahead and do this sweep. Makes that hit a little bit more potent. We can basic here. I don't need to do the prod up. Although, man, that sucks that we have the buff block there. Alright. I gotta say, no regrets about saving Evanhawk. Gotta say. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good at all. Let's keep you shut down and without goodies. Okay, think carefully. Think carefully. We can't actually call Kylo because he's dazed. So we should do this AoE because it's going to do something. And something's all we need. I want this buff to fall off naturally, off of Anakin. He won't gain any turn meter for this kill because of hunted. All's well that ends well. Yeah, that was a waste. Okay. Come on, you gotta be kidding me. Where's the love, boys? Where's the love? We still are dazed into oblivion. Keeping you without Valor would be pretty slick, I gotta say. Stunned is good too. Who's better to stun? I would say let's stun 5s. Yeah, that's popping. I'm into it. And now we finally have the bad juju off of us, right? So we have to just get to step in here. We're taking too damn long. Yes, let's do this. Buff you. Put down this. Give him buff immunity. Ow! Haha! Get out here. Give me your face. Aha! We got him. All right. Smash. Smash and clean him up. Clean him up. Bump, bump. Let's go ahead and call. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, come on out. Come on out. Okay, that's fine. It's Rex. He ain't up to us. Got 30 seconds. 30 seconds to win. Dispel you. Smash. Call. Go, 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 go. Go, go, Gadget. Double tap. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Smash. Aha! 65. Fate has been sealed. Guys, thanks to our joint efforts, this was a rare occasion because it's an attack without drops. We had no drops across the whole deck. Maybe not the very finest efficiency. This is not a 1700 plus score. I'll grant you that. But it was a challenging defense set by our opponent, and we still ended up with, 71 banners gap? Man, I can't recall the last time I had such a strong showing like that. So, again, thank you all so much. Appreciate your inputs. Oh, Northern, that was a hell of a defense, man. Good stuff.
Cheers, man. Good luck the rest of the way.
Appreciate you, man. I'm so glad you were able to join us here on chat. So, let's give you the floor. You have any thoughts before I start to do the wrap up and move on to send these people off on their way to a good place?
No, I think I'll steal Jango lead wheel.
Yes, Jango lead Queel. So the only downside with that is, unless you have them clocked, I guess, you have it clocked probably right. If your BAM is faster than Jango, man, that's ideal because then you lose nothing. My BAM is like 260 something, my Jango's 280 something, so I set that knowing that I'm forsaking the 5 birds. But I'm hoping that it doesn't matter. Clearly, though, it did matter because you one-shot it, and I was hoping maybe to trip you up a little bit there, but it is what it is. So now that I cleared the whole deck, what did you use against the Jango BAM team? I'm curious.
I had to use. I don't even remember now. Hold on.
Okay.
I can tell you, I used Starkiller versus JTR, and Starkiller lost.
What? You used Starkiller against the RJT BB-8 R2 and Bros and it lost?
Yeah, I was staggered.
I would have been too, dude. I would that would be that would be a kick in the teeth. My God. Okay, let's. I missed some comments here in the chat, guys. Levitron said, I have JML, Lord Vader, Piet, and GK as R9. Oh, thanks. You're giving me some feedback on your R9s. You're sitting on 2 more, but you don't feel the need to do anyone specifically at this time. I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I'm really thinking about who's actually going to get real gains. Because, guys, don't be fooled. When it comes to adding R9 onto people, don't tell yourself, well, it's going to just do more. You can't justify it that way, or at least I wouldn't. Because you got to ask yourself, what does this thing at R9 do for me that R8 can't do for me? That should be your determinant.
I used Qui-Gon Jinn versus.
Oh, use Qui-Gon Jinn to take that out offensively. Yeah, that's clever. How do you like Qui-Gon Jinn on offense? Did you underman me or did you full team me?
I full teamed it with Cam. I still really like it with Cam. Without Cam, maybe it's a little risky.
Yeah, no, I dig that. Damn. Yes, Levitron. Fennec only gets 750 special offense at Relic 9. R8's the sweet spot. Right, guys. The actual offense gains from going from Relic 6 into Relic 7 and then from 7 to 8 are exactly the same. It's like 600 something offense, like physical. You know, I'm just used in terms of thinking of physical. So offense is strongly benefited on the characters that need it. Going to 7 and then to 8. 9, it's like 400 offense, you know? It's not that much. It gives huge gains in survivability. So whoever you're putting it on, if you're putting it on an attacker, you're doing it because you're going to be able to shift your mods to be even more offensive. Because now you've got that added survivability afforded to you from the relic, right? Oh man, you guys want to know who's the Wolfpack guys threaten the bracket? Oh man, let me pull up the bracket. Yeah, good point. Let me get that on screen, Northern. That's a fair point. I linked it in general chat on my Discord yesterday, but dude, this week is the Sweat Lodge. Where it is. I don't know if I went too far back. I think it's in the 5 vs. 5 discussion. Hold on. I promise you, I'm gonna get there. There it is. Let me open up this image and drag it onto screen, and yeah. Let me switch over the view to this one, and then I can show you. So this is my bracket this week, guys. Jedi Jr. is one of my guildmates from Shadowlands Vanguard. Shout out Shadowlands Vanguard. He's an excellent player. Fearsome. This Arnold Nightmare Nest, this is just a troll from Wolfpack. Just trolling. Wolfpack just finished up their war here with Maul 1, you know, with or whichever Maul has Arnold in it. I forget which. But, you know that at the end of last season, Arnold versus Pimpo, he took in that JML against the team that had Nest on it and ended up losing. It was a heartbreaker. But, you know, if you're going to troll, do it right. Like, a lot of people on Wolfpack change their names to have some kind of Nest pun just to troll Arnold. You know, that's just... that's priceless. You can't hate. Inquillaby is also a very strong player. I've fought this person. I've lost to this person before. Strong stuff. Of course, our NorthernBorder here. Colonel Caroli, I've seen around my rank in plenty of seasons, so I don't know if I fought Colonel Caroli. If I have, it hasn't been recent, but clearly a decent player because I see that name often. Furious, I know, is a good player. I haven't played him yet, I think. And then Dr. Weiss is actually, another guildmate of mine, strong player. Yeah, it's, this is what I wanted, guys. I know a lot of people, because your crystal income is tied to GAC, you want to have maybe some easier matches, and it gets harder over the season. So be it. I want this. I want these hard matchups. I'm pushed to learn and improve my game by this. Like if Northern had set the standard Executor fleet there, I would have never thought to try using Home 1 against it. And this is exactly what I'm here for, guys. I'm in the sweat lodge. I'm here to sweat. I am super hot diggity down with this. All right, back over to the game. All right, guys, for those of you who wandered in late, I owe you all a wrap-up. Let's see here. Wait, I got a couple things to read in chat. Kylo says you're facing an 8.3 million GP. You did a 17-18. That's nice. You're not sure it'll be enough, though. He has a 5 GLs for offense. Yeah. Okay. Well, you did your best to punish him. I mean, 17-18 is a strong score. Levitron says, I hear B. Milla just beat Pimpo by 19. I don't think there was a nest, though. Okay. Yeah. All right, Kylo. Well, here's hoping it pans out well for you. All right, guys, let's go ahead and do the needful about our wrap-up. We'll start with top zone, yeah? And we'll work our way around. All right, top side, we had this RJT team. Our opponent had to two-shot it, and you heard he went against it first with Starkiller, and we priced him out, man. We showed him the door on that one. I would be, if I didn't hear this from Northern himself, that would be like a jaw hitting the floor moment for me come next week when Swigga.gg updates. But I'll be damned if it didn't hold. So he two-shot that one, and it was 45 banners. Against Hux, he went in and got 59. Against standard GG Nute, 65. So that was a bad batch all day and twice on Sunday. Gas and friends he took out for 58. I smell a CLS. Bottom front. He took out Jango lead BAM team for 57 banners. And that was with Qui-Gon Jinn on offense. Clever. That was clever. I like that. That's a smart idea. Against this Maul team, a B team, admittedly, he got 63. Lord Vader, TIE Fighter Pilot, OG Kylo, Royal, and Storm was 61 banners. And against DR Talon, 59. So the defenses did some good stripping there. That was good times. And we come on to the back, where we see Qui-Gon Jinn. He cleared for 56. I tried to snare him up, but he wasn't having it. What can I say? JMK, he had to two-shot. Things went south on him with his JML, JKL, JKR counter. I can respect that. I've had it happen to me once before. It's not a great feeling. But he got through it, 32 banners. And then Dad Bob Boba. I'm interested in you guys' takes on Dad Bob Boba and GAC. How you guys using him? You guys been plotting and scheming anything special? Because my intention setting this down was, heaven help you if my 9,000 plus offense mission who then gets 50% increased offense at the start of battle. God forbid that contract pops off, because she's just going to lay waste. And the idea is that with Dash Rendar there, his AoE is doing 15 instances of damage. I was really hoping that we got that contract off. Are you able to comment on that, Northern? Did we get the contract off against you, or did you just shut us the hell down? You there, friend? Or did you already take off from Discord? The possibility exists. Yep. Northern's already jumped ship. He's got places to be, things to do. All right, we'll have to leave that to my wondering, guys. Oh, he's still in chat. He says no contract. Contract did not happen. Northern says the wife came home. He had to jump ship. Hey, man, you were here for more than 2 hours. I appreciate your time. Thank you for being here, Northern. Good guy. All right, so yeah, what did I say for banners? He got Dad Bod for 63, so clearly whatever he did, he really did shut us the hell on down, yeah? All right, fleets. Executor was 61, and then Negotiator ITB. I guess I missed that, but he one-shot it, and let's say it was for decent banners. You know, you did a good job. I can't hate. I'll have to check swagger.gg to plug in that last number. Damn, did I not get a ping from PrimeBot about that? Well, let's see. Where's PrimeBot for me? Where you at, friend? There you are. 246, you say. 246. 246 minus 186. 60 on the nose. Okay, so we, we did the math. The monster math. Okay, well, yeah, pretty solid work on defense, right, guys? All right, let's talk about attacks real quick, and we'll get this done. All right, so against Maul Mandos with the really slick, fast droidica up front, we went in with Traya, Scion, Nihilus, Shore, and Baze. Got it done for 66. Obviously, 56 if we're excluding the 10 attack bonus for it being our first attack. All right, Ray R2, RHF, RHP, JTR. Guys, this was the hardest fight of the hardest single fight of the whole thing. We went in with Sith Eternal, Armor, Piggy, Gar Saxon, and Faust, and we barely made it, man. We were in a tough spot for a bit. It was just Sith Eternal alone after the first Ray ultimate. We got stuck with the healing immunity. We made the decisions just right, I think. I don't know that there was flexibility had we gone a different way, but we threaded the needle on that one. That was just good fortune on our side. 51 banners. Barely survived, but it was still a one-shot. Lord Vader, Royal, Gideon, Gar, and Storm. We took on out with Slacker Wadaka Zombie. Until they kill it, I'm going to use it. JMK, Kat, Padme, Ahsoka, and Mace, we did with JML, JKL, JKR, Hoda, and Jolie for 64. Smooth sailing. We came to the back wall. I expected the worst, but instead I was presented a generous plate of cheese. And relatively speaking, I was expecting Starkiller, maybe some other stuff back there. I don't know. But against GG Nuke. So I reserved Ray, thinking that, I got to respect Starkiller, guys. Until I have Starkiller, I'm going to treat it like I did in the old days when I was like going 3 GLs up against people with 4. And I just reserved an extra GL for just such an occasion. So we had her to spare after we saw what was, on the back wall. Went in with Ray Solo against GG Nuke, 67 banners. Can't beat it with a stick. Nute, B1, B2, Magna Nest. We went in with Bad Batch. You have to be a little careful in how you manage Nest, but nonetheless, it was 65 at the end of the day. Perfect. Bam, Queel, IG-11, Kira, and Vet Han. We went with, Aurra Lead Bounty Hunters with Gideon. So we were able to just trivialize all that speed on a very fast 346 speed Queel. Same speed as my own. Very, very high mark. Gideon still handled business. 65 banners. We came up to top side. And against his DR, so it just so happened that my Piet was fast enough such that Gideon was not required. And so we got to do that with Veer's Dark Piet, Death, and Range Trooper for 64. That's great stuff. He set down a mean Jango Zam, man. That Zam was like 400 speed, handing out 80 speed to the team. Took in CLS and got 62. Ma Mothma Katarn went in with Zariss Jawas. We lost, I want to say, 3 of those Jawas, guys. That was pretty dicey there. So 54 banners, still a one-shot, but man, I feel like Zariss is in such high demand these days, guys. And if you're going to do this Jawas thing, I've done Jawas. You've seen me do it last season, just straight Jawas without Zariss. I won all but once. One time it failed on me. And maybe that one time's enough that I'm discouraged from running it without Zariss going forward. Because even this got a little dicey towards the end. That second hit that comes out of Katarn, that second, he opens up with that third special, that by the next time that cooldown comes around, he hits like a beast. That's things started to go south there, but we recovered. All right, against Gas, we went in with Maul, Candy, Sabine, Bo, and Droidica. Handled our business, 56 banners. NorthernBorder says, I like the Traya versus Maul. Would you ever be scared of Dash in the back? A Dash lead team in the back. So here's the thing. Everybody knows that Triumvirate, just by itself, pretty much trivializes that Dash lead, but there's more than one way to skin that cat, right? I mean, consider the following. if I had to, I could have used Rey against a dash team set in the back. And I still had EP, Vader, Mara, and friends that I could have used on offense. I still had Geos I could have used on offense. Not that Geos is a preferred option against that dash thing. I'm just saying that I had options, and as long as I planned like the way I did, because I like to try and run it, close to the line, Northern. Sometimes I leave myself a little short shrift for offense by trying to set something really intimidating for defense. As long as I don't screw myself and shorting myself on options for attack, I don't think I have too much to fear from any dash team, whether or not I use Traya. So hopefully that answers your question. Alright, so we covered the top side, and then of course y'all came in time to see me do fleets. So against the Executor here with Boba up front, shout out again to Draz for pointing out that this could possibly be taken out by Rebels because, you can go after Boba for free early on. And even though we were a little a little unsure about whether or not Boba would die before Xanadu Blood came out as the reinforcement, we did get the things lined up. We got Boba out of the way. Xanadu Blood came out. Then we brought out Cassian, dispelled all the retribution, and took care of Xanadu Blood. The rest of it was, a little hairy because the locked debuffs came out quicker than I had thought. But I guess there were enough turns yet left in Executor that he took another 2 turns after those locked debuffs went out. Still didn't do the ultimate to us, right? So, all's well that ends well. And Northern set this deliberately as a trap for my Malevolence. I have to think about that going forward. If my opponents are just super married to using Malevolence and they're not practiced in their Rebels, that could be an advantage. That being said, I don't often encounter opponents that don't know what to do with their Rebels at this level of play. Alright, so we took that out with Home 1 for 69 banners. Not bad. Alright, and against, of course, Negotiator with ITB. If y'all don't know, don't try doing Rebels. You might have seen me do that last season. It ended poorly. Very poorly, I would say. We went in with Finalizer, though, and took care of business for 65. It's a wonderful control fight. I love Finalizer. Strong fleet, strong control fleet. Clone Sergeant did God's work for us as a tank. We definitely needed him. He was the right first reinforcement to call. Alright, so that concludes the wrap-up. Let's see. Kylo says, I just need Tusken Raider R5 to start farming dark side tickets for Lord Vader. Hey, Kylo, nice. You're going to get there. You're going to get there. Yeah, Finalizer versus Nego is very, very fun, Master Kylo. Alright, guys. Before I send you guys off, we have to do the thank yous for the patrons, right? I mean, the patrons make all this possible. They help me justify to the missus how much time I spend working on this game and coaching people. So, feel free to check out my Patreon page, guys. We've got something for everybody there. You want to learn about modding? I'm your guy. I know all about how to help you optimize your roster, how to help you plan for the future of your roster, what sets to go for, when to slice, what's worth slicing. The mods are really my bread and butter, and I'm here for you for that. We do have exclusive patron-only content available. Obviously dedicated Discord channels. Ooh, yeah, that's right. I should actually do the pings, right? Let's go ahead and spam. So here's the link to my Discord, guys. Get after me. Come on, Nightbot. Wake up, buddy. Come on. I believe in you. Come on, Nightbot. Come on, Nightbot. I remember you were sleeping on me once before last season. Come on. Recognize these commands, you brat. Discord. Okay, well, we'll circle back around to that one. Oh, man. The whole bot's just dead asleep on us. Ooh. Thank you, Mrs. T. My wife just brought me a plate of scrambled eggs. I dig it. All right, well, patreon.com/Tassinix is where to find me. I'm actually just going to generate a new link since Nightbot is laying an egg on me. This link expires in 7 days, but I don't think that's going to be too big a burden on you guys. There's my Discord. Get at me. You'll know where to find me. And then, let's see. Has Nightbot woken up yet? YouTube? Nope, nope, nope. All right. Let me get you my page. That's the one. That's the one. We'll do it all manual-like, just to make sure you guys are covered. There's my YouTube. Thanks for nothing, Nightbot. I don't know. I don't know. All right. So anyway, next order of business. Of course, you know my wife has updated my patron page a month or so ago. Now we have merchandise, guys. For those who subscribe at the appropriate tiers, you can get a mug, you can get a T-shirt, or you can get this very comfortable hoodie that I have been wearing all through the stream. I love it. It's heavy enough to keep me warm. It's light enough that I don't sweat in the house. I'm kind of a hot and sweaty guy most of the time. So, yeah, it's comfortable. I like it. And then, of course, we have to thank the patrons themselves. You know, y'all make it possible. Love y'all dearly. VIP Access, White Wolf, and Ryan. Appreciate you guys. Hope your seasons are going real well. You know, you're just getting started here, but I know I talk to you just about every day. Here's hoping you are well prepared. Hit me up. You got the questions. Absolution. Man, I know you're on hiatus from the game, but you're still plugged into us. You're still handing out subs. You're still doing God's work out here for the community. Come back to us, man. Come play the game. You know you want to. You know you do. Come on back. All right, Jester's Club Platinum. Eric Rose and Sam Vimes. Two of my most prolific coaching clients. Love working with you guys. Hope you're enjoying your positioning for this season. And of course, Jester's Club Elites, Krolik, the one and only, man. He joined us here just on Christmas Eve. And I'm hoping you're loving it here, man. I love having you. So let's hear how your season's going. We got to catch up here real soon. I haven't talked to you in a couple of days. All right, guys. We have thanked everyone. Let's go ahead and pull up Twitch and see who I might raid you off to. Send you to another worthy streamer, worthy of your time. Let's get on screen. Y'all know I gotta send you to see Mr. Jigabachi. Mr. Jigabachi sent me a fat raid, I think, towards the end of last season. It is just the very least that I could do. Very least. Let's hit the raid button. Mr. Jig. There he is. All right, folks. Thanks so much for joining me here. This was a long one, but it was a fun one. What a sweaty fight. I enjoyed the hell out of it. So again, thanks so much for being here. We'll see you here on Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern for Week 1, Round 2. And catch you again real soon.